Buenos dias, senors, senoritas. ¿Cómo está? How y'all doing today, baby? It's Monday. Y'all know the routine. We've done so many Monday shows. It's pitiful. Right back into another week. There's no telling what we're going to see. It's looking like it started out a popular week, though. So we got events coming up this week, so we'll see what happens. I got mail today. I got mail from David and Sally Robertson from Everett, Washington. And they sent me a nice bag of some trail mix that they had mixed up, and it's really delicious. Thank you very much. They also sent me some balm, CBD oil type balm, dragon balm. And I've already put some on my shoulder. Mama's going to put, I think everybody in the family is going to be using it. So thank you, David and Sally. They also sent a little other medicinal products, and I believe that that'll definitely help the pain there, David, baby. So I appreciate that very much. I hope you and Sally are doing well on your kitchen floor, and I hope you're done with that pretty soon. But we thank you very much. And David and Sally were the two that a couple of that I met up in San Antonio during our Blue Dot family meetup up there in San Antonio. Travis is up there right now, as a matter of fact. But we had a great time, and I really made a good friend in David and Sally. So y'all have a good one, baby. Thank you very much for the thoughtful, kind gifts. We appreciate it. So what's going on in the news? Well, everything's going on in the news, baby. There's lots of stories I got written down here. I guess the big one here we want to be talking about is that Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance has subpoenaed 8 years of Donnie's tax returns, both personal and business, from Mazars USA. That's the accounting firm that Donnie has been using for, I don't know, I guess forever. But it seems that the New York the New York attorney is interested in how did he write up those hush money payments. Exactly how did that work? So he's got an investigation going on into that, and good luck, baby. I think everybody in the world is trying to get hold of them tax returns. It's a fight all the way anyway. So we're going to see how the New York District Attorney fares with his fight for the taxes. You know, it's a key. Everybody knows it's the big key, his tax returns, because he fights so desperately hard to hide all the things that make him look like a thief or a sellout or a treasonous asshole or a money launderer or cook or con. It's all in there, baby. It's all going to be in the tax returns, and it will get him eventually. The matter is when. Will it be while he's president or after he's president? Well, I'm hoping a long time before. We got, 14 months left before the election? I'm ready to crank, baby. I'm ready to rock and roll on this shit. Let's get the investigation going, because he's going to try to tie this shit up in court like he always does. That's the kind of asshole he is. Talking about court cases, Purdue Pharmacy. Yep, the opioid maker, the Stuckler family or something like that, Sackler family, who make billions and billions and billions of dollars off the opioid crisis, cranking them out left and right, selling them to anybody that wants it, baby. Yeah. Well, they're filing for bankruptcy. They're going to limit the losses the company takes. The bankruptcy will take, I understand, they said 90%, and they get 10%. What are they, 10% of what? Billions and billions of dollars? Are you shitting me? They're going to laugh all the way to the bank, just like all the other places that seem to get big, hefty fines, while the perpetrators still walk off with a hefty chunk of money. How about we put their ass on the street like they put a lot of addicts out on the street? Take away their mansion, put them out there in a tent on the damn highway. Let's see how much pain they can suffer. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Supposed to be a new product they got coming out that's supposed to help opioid addicts. Now you're gonna bring it out after you made your money off of it. Now you wanna produce the pill that's the cure. That's how these bloodsuckers work, baby. That's how these leeches work. They produced that opioid crisis, and then they plan to benefit off of it with the cure. Hey, what's better than that? Make the disease and then make the cure. Ain't it sick? GM employees are striking. There's 46,000 employees from the United Auto Workers Union marched out last night at midnight because contract talks didn't go. That's 31 facilities that are impacted across the United States. So they're standing up for their rights as workers in the United States, and I'm proud of that. They haven't put a strike on since 2007. And in the face of GM recording record profits on this shit, with a lot of vehicle sales and stuff, well, the union feels like maybe the employees ought to share in that profit. They ought to have a little profit sharing going on for the employees that build the vehicles. You know, instead of just the CEO who thinks he is worth his weight in gold. Evidently, all of them are. Anyway, the big thing to be worried about is the attack on the Saudi Arabian oil field. The oil refinery there, Aramco, in Saudi Arabia. And evidently, we've already made up our mind. The attack came from Iran because that's what Pompeo is over there meeting with Crown Prince Slice and Dice, Mohammed bin Salam or something like that. He's over there meeting with him, kissing his ass, I'm sure, because that's what everybody does when they go to Saudi Arabia. Kiss their ass. And so it's no difference. We're over there. But evidently, they're saying that the attacks came from Iran, although they're not offering up any proof at the moment. But it's a dangerous situation. And Donnie is doing... And now Donnie, did y'all see this shit? Donnie's out there now saying that he did not agree to meet with the Iranians with no pre-existing conditions. No pre-existing conditions. No preconditions on the meeting. And now Donnie is saying, no, I never said that. I never said there'd be no preconditions. And then they pull out the videotape of him saying, of Mnuchin saying it, of Mike Pompeo saying it, saying no preconditions. And what, you want us to what, turn a blind eye like Fox spews or some bullshit like that? We're supposed, what is a Jedi mind trick or something? And you didn't hear what the president said? We all hear what he says. And then he makes y'all lie for his ass. And y'all do it. That's what's so disgusting to the rest of us, is to watch you sit there and lie for him, impugn your own integrity, your own honesty. For what? For that scum bucket liar? Are you shitting me? What is wrong with you, son? Is the money that good? Is the power that great for your ego? That you're willing to throw everything in the ditch to back up a liar? He expects everybody in his cabinet, everybody in his administration does it. They lie for him. They got to make him look good because he looks like an idiot every day, so he swears to everybody what a glorious genius he is. He's a disgusting piece of crap who lies just for the front of it. But Mike Pompeo, Steve Mnuchin, that guy just creeps me out. And Donnie, all on videotape, saying the same thing, and then they're now out there now swearing be damned it's not true. What day somebody have their hand up your ass when you was just a ventriloquist dummy when it was said? Jesus, these people think we're ignorant. Well, some of their viewers are. I guarantee you somebody over there on Fox News, yeah, they never said that. He wouldn't say that. Yeah. Well, let's watch the tape there, Bubba. No, I don't want to watch that CNN shit. Yep. That's the way it goes. Well, there's somebody here I wanted to talk about the other day, and I missed her. I had it written down in my comments there, and like always, sometimes I miss things that are written on my paper because I get caught up in what I'm saying. But I wanted to back up because I wanted to call this lady out. North Carolina Congresswoman Deb Butler. And if you haven't seen the video of Miss Butler standing on the North Carolina State House floor demanding that they stop the vote, the Republicans on 9/11 had already put out word to the North Carolina House that there would be no votes taken on 9/11, therefore giving members of the House the possibility to attend 9/11 memorials and not have to worry about politics. But remember what we talk about. The Republican Party are nothing but a bunch of liars, cheats, and thieves. So while they sent all the Democratic members out, go ahead, go to your party, go to your memorial meeting. Yeah. Then they got on the phone and called all the Republicans back to the North Carolina House to take a vote. To take a vote because they knew none of the Democrats were going to be there. And Miss Butler stood up on that floor and demanded and kept shouting the speaker down. How dare they do this? How dare they do this? I am so proud of that lady. I wish she was from Texas, baby. I wish she was in my state. That kind of spirit, that kind of courage, determination to stand up and stop something that was done by a bunch of liars, cheats, and thieves. By a disgusting party looking to cheat any way they can. Immorally cheat. On a national Memorial Day. That doesn't matter to them. The sanctity of that day means nothing to them. If they could cheat and get a vote in. It's disgusting. And Deb Butler stood up and showed the courage that I wish a lot of our lawmakers would show. We need that. We need that on the House of our House of Representatives in Washington. We need that on the floor of the Senate, challenging them constantly to bring up a bill. I've told you before, this whole giveaway to Donnie as far as our legislative. Slow down, John. I ain't doing this shit again. I ain't gonna start over. Our legislative process. Congress makes a law. They send it to the Senate. The Senate puts it on the floor for a vote. And then it is sent to the president. If he don't want to sign it, it is sent back to the Senate for an override to see if we got the votes to override the president. That's the way we were taught in school. But that's not the way it's played, baby. Mitch McConnell shows it all the time. We don't bring up anything on the floor unless Donnie, the dictator, says it's okay. So every day, Mitch McConnell sits on vital legislation while we talk about the gun control stuff and all what Beto said. I like what Beto said. And he said it right. If we're gonna stand up for something, then stand up for it, baby. If that's what we think, that's what you say. We don't coddle up to these NRA or these gun-toting nuts like Briscoe Kane. It's ridiculous. We should have that courage all through our House to demand that Mitch McConnell bring it to the floor for a vote. 90% of Americans agree. It's the 10% of the scumbags who want to sleep with their rifle in there. Is your pecker that small? Really? Can you get it in there? Because that's what you look like. But have no worry. Wherever there's a hero, there's a villain, baby. There's a dumbass asshole, and that's what he was called out to be. And I'm talking about ex-governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee, a preacher, a man of God, he says. He says he's a man of God. And just like a lot of those men of God, yeah, they damn sure don't act like think he's big buddies with Ted Nugent. You remember the one that shit in his pants to get out of Vietnam. That's the kind of buddy Mike Huckabee has, besides springing a offspring like Lion Huckabee up there at the Sarah Sanders crap that lies through her. It's a thing with the family. They're scumbags. That's the way they act, and that's the way they talk. And Mike Huckabee put out a tweet. He coming after Beto O'Rourke. He said, dozens are killed every year on skateboards. Thousands injured. Hey, Beto, heck yeah, we're gonna take your skateboard. You notice he said, heck yeah, because, you know, good Christian, God-fearing man like him, he don't want to be doing no cussing. Hey, Mike Huckabee, kiss my ass. There's a little book for you. But I want to point out Barry Shapiro. Barry Shapiro, he's a doctor who wrote back to Mike Huckabee and said, my daughter didn't hide in a fucking closet for 3 hours because someone was hunting and killing her classmates with a skateboard, asshole. That was the response. I'm reading it word for word. And it should be read like that. That's who Mike Huckabee and the Republican Party is. They'll make fun of it. Thoughts and prayers there, Mike? Oh, kiss off. It's about as handy as you are, buddy. You're about as worthless as they are. So while Mike Huckabee at every mass shooting, we'll pray for the victims and the families and all, you can bet your ass he's loading you up with a pile of shit because he doesn't care about your dead babies. Cares about the Second Amendment right, him and Ted Nugent, while they can get a machine gun and just mow down all of them liberal, sick-ass people, I'll tell you what. You want to see who's not following God? Take a look, baby. That guy ain't. And neither is his daughter or any other offspring that he has fed that bullshit to. Not when he acts like that, baby. I don't believe you. You're a man of God. Anyway, I guess Donnie's pissed off now. Remember the other day I told you all I watched the new movie. Me and Mama sat down and watched a documentary called American Factory. Yep, and I told you all then, I said, I think that Barack Obama and Michelle Obama had something to do with that. And I'll be damned, I was right. I knew it. I read it somewhere. But Donnie's mad about that. As a matter of fact, he's calling it Obama's Netflix. Because it's on Netflix, you know. Because the Obamas supported and helped produce a movie. It's going to be a series called American Stories. And this was the story of a GM plant in Ohio. And how it shut down. And how a Chinese company came in. And it wasn't easy. The movie was fantastic. It shows you a lot about what the problems are between culture clashes. And it was an outstanding movie. But that pisses Donnie off because, hey, you know, Donnie, he's the entertainment president. He's the one that had a show. Now Obama's trying to come along and show him, you know, he's had a thing for anything Obama does, it just rips his ass up. So I hope Obama keeps this stuff up, keeps producing these documentaries and these stories, because it shoves it in the face of him. But more importantly, it informs the American people as to what's going on in places of the world that we're not familiar with. I don't know too much about Ohio. I've been there a few times, but that's about it. I met some nice people up there, though, and we have a lot of blue dots up in that area. But they're going to be stories from across the United States, and it's going to be a good series, and that just pisses Donnie off because anything that Obama does, it just makes Donnie all mad. I love it. Piss him off. I don't give a shit. Anyway, it's about all I got today, baby. We appreciate you stopping by. The most important thing that you can give us is your time to listen and keep this story going, keep the fight going, because it's every day. We want to thank all of our Patreon members and supporters and those that send us medicine for my shoulder or trail mix or chocolates or beer and all the other things that we get so blessed with from our Blue Dot family. It makes us feel good, and it just encourages to keep our spirits up. Anyway, it's another week, baby. We got to start this week all over again. Tomorrow night we'll be live. Travis will be here, and we'll have our Blue Dot family meeting. And then Wednesday we'll do Hump Day. We're working towards Friday. We're going to get there fine. So y'all keep that beer on ice until Friday, of course. Yeah, right. Anyway, y'all take care. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that. Like, share, subscribe. John Bernabelle, Blue Dot in Texas, because Travis wants me to do that at the end of every show. On YouTube, John Bernabelle on Facebook. John Bernabelle Speaks, the Blue Dot family. Go by there, join the family, get involved in the conversation, make the family grow a little bit, baby. We always got room for a new member. At Blue Dot in Texas, on Twitter, out my truck window, anywhere else we get this message out, baby. Keep the fight up. I'm proud of every one of you for being in this. David, Sally, thank you very much, baby. My day's going great. We'll see y'all later. Bye.